Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Master of Malt live competition draw. You guys pretty much know all this works by now, I think. We've got 10 incredible lots on offer, as always. A really, really remarkable selection. But just a little shout out, as we usually do, to just check out what else is going on, and to make sure you're kind of telling your friends and passing on the good word. We've got loads of really, really cool next. As always, huge amounts of money worth of whiskey, and it's just me today, by the way. So I've got a secret helper doing the wheels in the background, but we'll just make this nice and quick because it's just me, and you don't want to hear me just waffle on all day. So let's get straight to it, shall we? Let's get into some products. So our first lot today is going to be remarkably, once again, we've kind of got some absolutely incredible value stuff in here, and it's a Highland Park that finds itself at number 10, which is just astonishing, really, because it's a pretty incredible whiskey. It is a 20-year-old from Decadent Drinks. Decadent Drinks do really, really awesome bossings. If you're not familiar with them, really, really cool stuff. And their tasting notes are some of the best things in the world if you haven't read them. So definitely go and check them out. I believe we have our wheel ready. So I'm going to bring in the wheel. This is for Highland Park 20-year-old. Let's see who's winning. It is Austin M. Congratulations to you, Austin. I'm sure you're absolutely delighted. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? Nice 20-year-old Highland Park there for you. Okay, so our next on the lot is going to be from Glendronach. It's Glendronach 21-year-old, basically. So, if you know this big sherried whiskey, properly delicious stuff, really distillery that I think has gotten a lot of love in the last few years, after being underrated for some amount of time. So again, a pretty expensive, pretty impressive whiskey, and as usual with these competitions, someone's going to win it for not that much money at all, really. So I think we've got the wheel ready for that. So for the second time today, let's see who's going to win a nice big prize. There we go. And our winner is Christopher P. Congratulations to you, Christopher. I hope you enjoy. We do really like it when you guys send in pictures of you with your winning bottles. So, do make sure you do that. It's always great to see. Yeah. So lot 8. So on to the next one. This is quite a beautiful cognac we have here. One of the things I really like about these competitions is that we don't just do whiskey. And as much as we absolutely adore our whiskey, it is fun to see other things on there. And when you've got like really, really nice spirits, we've had some awesome rums, we have some awesome cognacs. I believe actually our next lot is going to be a particularly remarkable rum. So it is. I always think it's really cool. But yeah, beautiful one up here for grabs. We've got the wheel ready. Let's see who's got it. And our winner is Scott C. Congratulations, Scott. I'm sure you're going to love that. Really is nothing like a lovely fine brandy of an evening. I just teased we've got a really cool rum. Here it is. This is the Havana Club. Now, actually, I've had this rum. Usually, a lot of the stuff on these straws is far too fancy for me to ever manage to get close to it. But luckily, I did get a sample of this when it came out, and it is absolutely bonkers good. Havana Club's like rare and special rum is absolutely astonishingly good. And the Tribute selection is always full of incredible expressions. I think this year's one was the Redbreast cask release, which like old Cuban rum and red whiskey is such a perfect combo. So yeah, Havana Club Tributor, that's our lot right now. I'm going to bring in the wheel. Let's see who's got themselves a really nice bottle of rum. Scott C, walking away with Havana Club Tributo. Well done. Congratulations to you. Very cool stuff, guys. Back onto the whiskey next. We've got a lovely Kalila. This is from the Manager's Dram series. Anybody who knows the Manager's Dram series knows that's a really, really cool one. They've had some really beautiful stuff, basically kind of, you know, bottled in consultation with distillery managers. And some of the expressions from this range have been absolutely bonkers good. And Kalila, I think, continues to be just ridiculously underrated. It's kind of, I think, sometimes reduced a little bit in people's minds as a sort of workhole survivor, you know, the one that pumps out the kind of liquid at volume. It pumps out the liquid of serious quality as well. I love Kalila. So I'd be very delighted if I won this. I can't win this, though. One of you can. Let's see who that is when we bring in the big wheel. Lots and lots of you on that wheel. Lots of you want some of this Kalila. Only one gets it. And that one is Tim E. Congratulations, Tim. Lovely little bit of Kalila for you. Fantastic. Okay, what's next? We've got our infrequent flyers collection. I mean, we talk about really, really good bottlings and independent bottlers. I love these. The labels are absolutely beautiful on these, the infrequent flyers. I just some really, really cool distilleries featured here that don't get enough of the spotlight. You've got the likes of Invergordon, Glen Spey, Milton Duff, Strathmill, Inchgower, Ben Nevis, Glentockers. Glentockers, one of the first distilleries I ever went to. Really cool distillery. I mean, you know, 7 really awesome whiskies there. About to be won. Let's bring in the wheel. Let's see who's lucky enough to get them a new home. And the winner is Martin A. Congratulations, Martin. If you weren't already a fan of infrequent flyers, I guarantee you will be now. Beautiful stuff. We've got Macallan next. I mean, there's just so often a Macallan these, isn't there? Because they're just bottle whiskey at this kind of level. The Art of the Flower is this one. We're kind of talking like best part of £800 worth of whiskey here. Apologies, in the most part, just went by. If you can hear that, apologies. Let's just get straight to it. It's the Macallan. You know what's going on. Let's spin the big old wheel. Let's see who's got themselves a lovely bit of Macallan. John W. Congratulations, John W. Delighted for you. Like I said, do make sure you do send in your pictures of you with your winning bottles. It is always really nice for us to see. And just another kind of shout out for next week's competitions. There's a Macallan in there, like the 30-year-old Sherry Oak. There's Bowmore's Aston Martin Masters selection. There's an 18-year-old Yamazaki. You know, just so many cool stuff. And 23-year-old Ardbeg. There is. What else was there? There was a Hermitage Cognac. If you haven't had those before, that is really, really worth a go. Incredible stuff. And a trio from Boutique Rum Company, which, you know, obviously we love. But right now, we've got Hakushu. This was the 100th anniversary limited edition of the 18-year-old. So as you can imagine. Again, like one of those distilleries, if you haven't had whiskey from a distillery, you have to do yourself a favor. Super interesting, like nothing else really, like really kind of elemental and piney and foresty and just weird but delicious and so cool. So pretty expensive bottle, really, really cool lot. Again, we've only got one winner. Let's find out who it is. Look how many of you are on that wheel. Yeah, everybody wants a piece of this. And our winner is Robert C. Congratulations, Robert. I'm sure everybody watching and in the comments is very, very jealous. But they won't be if they manage to snag this next lot, because it's Bunnahabhain. It's Bunnahabhain 50-year-old. Now, this is actually an independent bottling of it from Signatory. And this is from 1968, vintage 1968, Bunnahabhain. Just a single cask. Can't even imagine how cool it must have been to see someone like Bunnahabhain then. Would love to go around one of the warehouses back then and just sample what was going on. But somebody to get a very, very good, a very, very unique example of the kind of whiskey made then when they win this lot. And somebody has to win it. And it's so cool that somebody's about to get Bunnahabhain 50-year-old in their hands. I love that. I can already see the wheel, and it is absolutely enormous. Everybody wants this. Of course they do. Let's bring it in. Look at that. Let's do it. The winner is Daniel H. Congratulations, Daniel. That wheel was so big I couldn't even see names on it. It was just a blur just going around. Wow. Really, really cool stuff. I can't even imagine how pleased you are with that. That is definitely one to share with friends. Don't be stingy with that, Daniel. Okay. Our last lot of the day. Like I said, we're always going to just burn do this because it's just me and you. So no point in hanging around. We've got some Bunnahabhain in this one. We've got Bunnahabhain 30 in this one. Basically, this is a collection of 5 whiskies at 30 years old. So 5 different bottlings, each one bottled at 30 years of age. Benrick 30, Bunnahabhain 30, Tomatin 30, Loch Lomond 30, and Lafroig 30. So we've got a really nice like range of styles here, from the kind of the ultra kind of peaty Lafroig to the kind of the nice kind of sweet orchard sweetness of Tomatin to obviously Bunnahabhain we've just spoken about. Loch Lomond has got such a cool distillery setup. I'm not going to do this any further. I know you guys want to find out who's won this, so let's spin the big wheel for the final time today. Once again, like the wheel, it's enormous, incredible lot. Let's see who's got it. Let's do it. And our winner is Richard W., our final winner of the evening. Congratulations, Richard. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for tuning in again. I hope you enjoyed all that. Congratulations to our winners. Just 10 really, really cool prizes. I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to get involved. Do get involved next week. Look out for that Hermitage cognac, by the way. They are just so cool. And there's like brewery in there and stuff and everything next week. So no excuses not to get involved. And like I said, tell your friends, don't be selfish, share the love. There's plenty of really, really cool prizes to be won to go around. So thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. Hope you all had a lovely bank holiday weekend. And we will see you again next